Okay, class. So today we are going to continue working on our corpus. Okay. Okay. Okay, class, sorry. Let's continue. Today we're going to start with this little joke. He said, what's an astronaut's favorite part of the computer? And somebody said, the space bar. You got it? It's very interesting. Yeah? Okay, class. So let's talk about corpus. We're going to continue learning something about that. We're going to open the PowerPoint, please. Okay. 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 Entonces, so the idea is to create our corpus linguistic of academic words, so we can have something to work with. Okay. While finding patterns of use and analyzing contextual factors can present difficult methodological challenges. Sometimes it's a little difficult to work with this, but it's
Sorry, Professor.
Yes.
We're not you're not sharing the slide. We cannot see.
Right. Change. Okay. Finding patterns of use, pattern of use. So you remember yesterday the doctor was talking about that, the patterns of some words, some verbs, and analyzing contextual factors can present difficult methodological challenges. Okay, sometimes it's time consuming. Okay, time consuming to carry out the analysis and difficult to keep track of multiple contextual factors. Okay, so when you want to work, for example, to create your corpus, you try to analyze different papers and count the words and something like that, but it's very, very long work and time consuming. Okay, and also we also had to compare, we had to compare the language used in conversation and academic articles. Okay. Okay, so when you want to keep the track of 20 different linguistic structures and 10 texts from each register is a little harder. Okay, so time consuming to carry out the analysis, track of multiple contextual factors. If you, using conversation and academic, imagine how difficult it will be to keep different linguistic structures in 10 texts, along figure out the ways that these structures with a range of contextual factors. Okay, so sometimes seems a challenge to work with this, to create this corpus. Okay. Okay, I'm going to change. Let me- I copied this from a book in Spanish, and it said something very interesting. Ya, entonces, para empezar con un trabajo de corpus, se elabora una lista, dice, ¿no? Listado de frecuencia, dice, ¿no? Estos son los tramos de 800, 1500 a 2000 palabras más frecuentes. Y valerse de ellas para la redacción de textos, diálogos o ejercicios, según preconice la metodología de base. Entonces, eso es lo que vamos a nosotros ahora a conseguir, una base de un corpus, o sea, eso es lo que se llama el corpus lingüístico, ¿no? Una cantidad de palabras que nos ayuden a hacer diferentes ejercicios, ¿no? Como dice aquí, redacción de textos, diálogos o ejercicios. ¿Qué se dice sobre la frecuencia? La frecuencia de cada palabra en los textos analizados en el texto en el que se trabaja. La frecuencia léxica tampoco es de interés por sí misma, pero el profesor sí que puede aprovecharse de esa información para tomar determinadas decisiones, como será, por ejemplo, insistir más o menos en el aprendizaje de una voz según el grado de importancia que ésta tenga en el texto. Entonces, cuando una palabra aparece con mucha frecuencia en los textos que estamos analizando, entonces nos ayuda digamos, a ver cómo podemos utilizar esas palabras para realizar los ejercicios, ¿ya? Entonces, eso nos, digamos, es una ayuda, ¿no? Para el profesor. ¿Qué es la concordancia? La concordancia se entiende por el conjunto de ocurrencias en una forma con referencia explícita al contexto, en que dicha forma aparece. El contexto apoya la información necesaria para describir cómo actúa y cómo se comporta cada palabra cuando es utilizada por los hablantes nativos de un idioma, ¿no? Entonces, la concordancia es cuántas veces se ocurre esa forma y en qué contexto, ¿no? Entonces, y cómo, digamos, modifica dentro de la oración las diferentes palabras, ¿no? Generalmente cuando hablamos de la concordancia, bueno, se puede hablar de las palabras de function words o de content words. Los corpus no tienen que ser considerados como algo cerrado y finalizado. El profesor tiene la posibilidad de añadir sus propios textos a un corpus que ya posee. Por eso estos textos añadidos les será posible elaborar también ejercicios, aumentando las posibilidades de trabajo y sobre todo ajustándose mejor a los fines especiales de cada clase temática. Entonces, como les vuelvo a repetir, ¿no? Entonces, ese corpus podemos unirlo a lo que tenemos, digamos, a lo que nos proveen los textos y todo aquello. Y podemos hacer ejercicios que sean más atractivos para los estudiantes, ¿no? Que sean más también de mayor aprovechamiento, ¿no? Para digamos, mejorar nuestra clase. Una última ventaja que debe atribuirse a los corpus reside en el hecho de que reflejan de manera más sobresaliente el uso lingüístico, ¿no? Entonces, eso es lo más interesante de trabajar con estos corpus, estamos, digamos, trabajando con lo que la gente realmente usa, ¿no? Mientras que los manuales suelen poner el énfasis en lo que es gramaticalmente correcto, ¿no? Entonces, como vemos, por ejemplo, en las canciones, en los videos, en las películas, o si uno utiliza o graba una charla casual, entonces eso, digamos, podemos utilizarlo. Podemos utilizarlo, ¿no? Para hacer los ejercicios, ¿no? Y de esa manera enriquecer los manuales que tengamos como trabajo, ¿no? Bueno, y no solamente, digamos, en el área de la enseñanza, también puede ser en otras áreas de comunicación, todo aquello, ¿no? Entonces, por eso es importante saber manejar este corpus lingüístico, ¿ok? Vamos a ver ahora sorry, dos videitos. Bueno, hay un libro que sugiere el experto acá, pero es un poco pesado, ¿no? Entonces, con el video es mucho más fácil entender la idea, ¿no? El primer video nos va a servir para, digamos, to reinforce what we have learned about corpus, okay? To clear some ideas, okay? And the other one is like a tutorial to work with the program that we're going to use. I'm going to explain you the use of the program, but then you can use this video to reinforce the idea. Okay? Okay, so let's open the video so we can watch. At the end of the video, you are going to have some questions. We're going to try to answer those questions without looking in the video. Okay, so try to take notes of what the expert is talking about. Okay, it's just to reinforce the idea. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You're not sharing the audio, Professor.
You're not listening?
No.
No, Professor.
No, Professor.
No, Professor.
Corpus linguistics is the study
Can you
of
listen
language
now?
using corpora, which is plural for corpus.
Yes.
Yes,
Professor.
Who am I to judge? I'm not even a native speaker of English. Anyway, so what does a corpus mean? Study language using a corpus. Well, corpus is a word which is derived from the Latin word, surprise, surprise, corpus, which literally translates to body. Now, obviously, body here does not refer to the physical body. Rather, it refers to a body of texts. So a corpus is simply, or to put it very broad, a collection or a body of texts. So corpus linguistics is studying language using a collection of texts. How is this done, you might be wondering? I am glad you asked. Well, let us give an example to illustrate this point. Say that you're an English teacher, all right? And the happy little ones are your students. And say that you have been teaching them for about 2 years now. And at this point, you're interested in seeing how they use their English. And more specifically, you're interested in investigating the following. What are the 3 most frequent words that my students use in their writings? And you would also like to know how they use these words in their writings. So take a second here and think, how would you do this? How would you investigate these 2 questions? Pause the video if you like, and I will continue in 3, 2, and 1. So, as you have rightly predicted, you start by collecting your students' writings. Then, you will calculate the number of words that they have used in their writings. And then, once you have calculated all the words all the number of all the words that they have used, you will generate frequency lists of all these words and then rank them from the most frequent word to the least frequent word. Now, say after doing this, you get the following results. The total number of words that your students have used is 800, and the 3 most frequent ones are the, which occurred 48 times, for, which occurred 20 times, and I, which occurred 12 times. So, concerning the first task, give yourself a round of applause, you have successfully completed it. Now, how about the second task? Remember, you were interested in seeing how they use each of these words. So, in order to see how they use the word the, you need again to go back to the papers and look for all of the 48 instances of the word the. Then do the same for, and then do the same for I. As you can already imagine, this is a laborious activity. It will take so much time and so much effort, and chances are you may make certain mistakes calculating the number of words and so on and so forth. Because hey, we're all humans. We're not right all the time, right? And imagine if you had large amounts of data, say thousands of words or millions of words. It would be quite impossible, wouldn't you say? Yeah. So it would be lovely if there were some software that can do this for you. Well, lucky for us, yeah, there are some software available that do exactly this and more. So this software is what corpus linguists use in order to carry on linguistic research. So in a nutshell, this is what corpus linguistics is all about. So you as a researcher are interested in a certain linguistic phenomenon. You collect your data or your corpus accordingly, that is according to your research objectives. And then in order to analyze the data, you use some specific software. So yeah, this is an oversimplification of what corpus linguistics is. So up until this point, we have given a very simplistic definition. Yeah, I use that word a lot, right? Anyway.
Grammarly makes communication at work one click simpler. Whether you're looking for a
We have given a very broad and very simplistic definition, and it doesn't really do justice to what corpus linguistics is. But yeah, it's helpful to get us started and to have a general idea of what is it that corpus linguists do. Now we'll move to more informative and more detailed definition. We'll start with the corpus. So we have seen that a corpus is a collection of texts, but it's more than that. A corpus is a principled and large collection or body of authentic texts that are stored in a computer and analyzed using software designed for corpus analysis. Now I know that this is a large definition, but it's really interesting. Now let us read it once again. A corpus is a principled and large collection of authentic texts that are stored in a computer and analyzed using software designed for corpus analysis. Now we have a bunch of keywords here, and we need to stop at each one of them. So I'll highlight them for you. Here they are: principled, large collection, authentic text, stored in a computer, and software. Now take a second here, pause the video again if you'd like, and think about the following. When we say principled, what do we mean by principled? And when we say large collection of authentic texts, what does authentic text refer to? And how large should it be? Is it hundreds of words, thousands of words, millions? Dare I say billions? Interesting. Studying a computer. What can a computer do other than give us frequencies and so on and so forth? And what can't a computer do? And finally, software. What software are we talking about? And are there any software available for the public? That is, for free. All right, so think about these questions and I will continue again in 3, 2, and 1. So, a principled collection of texts. Let us go back to the example that we have started our conversation with, in which you were the teacher, you're interested in investigating your students' language and so on and so forth. So remember, you were interested in seeing how your students use English in their writings. So, what did you do? Did you collect your students' oral production? Did you collect your students' grammar assignments? No, you've collected your students' writings. So, since you have already a goal or an objective in mind, then you collect your data according to that objective that you have. So, this is what we mean by principled collection of texts. Collecting the text for the corpus is a planned operation and not random. And researchers normally have a research question in mind before they start compiling or designing the corpus. So yeah, collecting data for the corpus is not a random operation. You cannot just collect random texts and claim that these are the text for the corpus. It doesn't really work that way. So you need to have a goal in mind or an objective, research objective, and then collect your data according to that objective. So that is for principled. Now, how about large collection of authentic texts? What do you mean by authentic texts? Well, to put it very simply, authentic texts refer to naturally occurring examples of language, be them spoken or written. And to give a quote by Sinclair, by the way, Sinclair is one of the most important scholars in corpus linguistics, and I highly suggest that you read his work. Anyway, to use Sinclair's words, authentic texts refer to genuine communications of people going about their normal business. So, I think that you already have an idea what authentic texts refer to. Naturally occurring examples of language. So, not artificial, not controlled types of language, but rather how people use their language naturally, normally. Again, to give a very simplistic example, let's go back to the example in which you were the teacher and you're interested in investigating how your students use their English, but this time you're interested in seeing how they use their language orally. So you can't give them dialogues that are already provided in their coursebook and make them repeat these dialogues, record them, transcribe them, and claim that this is your corpus. It's not really a corpus because that text is not authentic text. That oral production is not how your students use their language naturally. It did not come from them. Rather, they just repeated what other people have already written. So in order to collect authentic text from your students have to use their language naturally. So this is what we mean by authentic texts. Now, for large collection of authentic texts, how large should this be? Well, there isn't really a straightforward answer. There isn't one definitive answer. Rather, it will depend on the type of the corpus and the research objectives. So I'll give you an example. The British National Corpus, the BNC, is a general corpus. So it reflects how British people use English in a variety of contexts. So that is why the British National Corpus is made of 100 million words. Yeah, more than 100 million words. So it's quite large. But why? Because the British National Corpus contains texts that are collected from journals, from newspapers, from TV shows, from academic writings, novels, people's normal everyday conversation, formal, informal, so on and so forth. So it's a large amount of data, but why? Because it should reflect how British people use English generally in a variety of contexts. So in this case, we need large amounts of data. But if you're interested in seeing how just a limited, a certain, very specific group of people use their language, be it English or Spanish or whatever, then you wouldn't need that huge amount of data. Few million words would suffice. So, how large should the corpus be? It will depend on your research objectives and the type of the corpus that you're going for, but the convention is that it's usually millions of words, although it's not always the case. So, you do your own readings and you'll discover things on your own. Anyway, why large and why authentic? Well, remember that a corpus is a representative sample of language use. You cannot possibly collect all of the instances of any language. It's quite impossible. You need to be with all of the people at the same time and record their conversations and so on all the time. That's quite impossible. So a corpus should be large enough and authentic enough so that it represents the language you intend to investigate. So that is why we need as large as possible amounts of data, and of course it should be authentic. Alright, moving on. Sort in a computer. Now, why do we need to sort our data in a computer? I think it's quite obvious, come on. Yeah, storing text in a computer makes the corpus analysis easy, more precise, and more accurate. So a computer allows for fast and accurate analysis of large amounts of data. Now, why did they use the word accurate between inverted commas? Of course, the computer can give you very precise, very accurate numbers. Yeah, there is no doubt about that. But is the analysis accurate? Well, that will depend on how you design the corpus, what statistical measures you used to analyze your data, so on and so forth. We will talk about statistics in corpus linguistics in later videos. So, what more? Yeah, computer can give insights into patterns not easily detectable by humans. Well, since a computer analyzes millions and millions of data, then of course some patterns will emerge, and these patterns may not be easily detectable by us or following our intuition. So a computer has that advantage. And unfortunately, since everything has its limitations, well, a computer too, no matter how good it is, has its limitations. I'll give you an example. There's an interesting research carried out by this gentleman here, Dr. Brezina, who is also, by the way, one of the most important scholars in modern corpus linguistics. What can corpora tell us about learning a foreign language? Quite a lot, actually. Anyway, he did a very interesting research in which he found that male British speakers use personal pronouns less than female British speakers. Now, this is something that a computer can tell you in terms of numbers and frequencies and so on. But a computer cannot tell you why. Why do female British speakers use personal pronouns more than male speakers do? A computer cannot tell you that, so it is up to you, the researcher, to give qualitative explanations to the data. So a computer can give you quantitative analysis very precisely and very accurately, and it's up to you, the researcher, to do whatever qualitative interpretation. What is a corpus?
Sorry.
So what does a corpus look like? Very to the data. So a computer can give you quantitative analysis very precisely and very accurately, and it's up to you, the researcher, to do whatever qualitative interpretations of that data. All right, now software for corpus analysis, and I know that this is what you are interested in. You want to have some fun in investigating the whatever language you are interested in and so on and so on. So anyway, software for corpus analysis. Are there any software available for free? Are there any good ones? Well, my friend, yes. There are a bunch of them, but I highly suggest these two, Landsbox and AntConc. They are available for free. They do not take much space in your computer, which is always a plus, and they're user-friendly. They're fairly easy to use, and yeah, you can carry out your first corpus analysis using either one of these two, and I will talk about them in future videos. Anyway, so what does a corpus look like? Very simply, this is a corpus, just a collection of texts which are collected according to one's research objectives. That's it. So, what is corpus linguistics? To go back to the question that we have started our presentation with. Well, yes, we have seen that corpus linguistics is the study of language using corpora. What else? Corpus linguistics is not a theory of language, so it does not explain how we acquire language or whatever, any of that. It's just a tool or a method to study language and investigate linguistic phenomena. That's it. So, to conclude, what have we learned today? I'll ask you some questions Do not cheat and make sure to answer them to see if you have grasped most of the ideas presented in this video. So, what is a corpus?
What is a corpus?
It's a collection of authentic texts. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, yeah. A corpus is a large collection of authentic texts that are stored in a computer, analyzed using software designed for corpus analysis. Why principled and large collection of authentic texts?
Why principal and large collection of authentic texts?
Mm,
Johnny, pick up.
Not sure.
Any ideas?
Because we need it, but the researcher needs information about different contexts in a certain language or region. So they need
That's
many.
it. Yes, Anya. Sonia, very good.
Yeah? Yeah? Okay, yeah. According to one's objectives, a corpus should be a representative sample of language use in light of those objectives. So if you're interested in seeing how people use, for instance, Spanish orally in Spain, then you need to collect oral data of Spanish production, again in Spain, so on and so forth. What else? Yeah, what is corpus linguistics?
What is corpus means?
Study of language used in corpora.
This is a fairly easy question. I know that you'll get this one right. Yeah. Corpus linguistics is the study of language simply using corpora. It is not a theory of language, it's only a tool or a method to investigate linguistic phenomena. So, yeah, one of some of the important scholars, and these are by no means the most important ones, but some of them. There's Leach, Leiber, Conrad, McCarthy, and of course Brezina. I highly suggest that you read some of their work. They're really informative and yeah. But many consider Sinclair to be one of the most important scholars in corpus linguistics, or at least modern corpus linguistics. And yeah, I highly suggest that you read Sinclair's work. So here are some references to get you started. You can read start by any one of these. They are highly informative. They helped me a lot when I first started learning about corpus linguistics, and I highly suggest that you read them, or at least one of them. So this brings us to the end of the video. I think that I hope that you have enjoyed it, and I hope that you have learned, or at least I have answered some of your questions. And if you have further questions, don't hesitate to leave your questions in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to answer all of your questions. If the question requires another video, I'll gladly post another video. And yeah, have a good week, have a good month, have a good year, and see you in the next video. Bye bye, ciao ciao.
Okay. So that's clear enough to talk about corpus linguistic. Okay. Now we are going to go to the platform. Okay. So today we are going to use the data that we have here. Data. Are you already download into your computer?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay. Here we have. Where is the phone? What is this? Okay. Well, I'm going to put a task where you can upload your homework. I don't know. Okay. Entonces, let's go to the. Vámonos al. Okay. Let's go to the program. Can you open the program?
Yes, teacher.
Can you download?
Yes, professor.
Okay. Mm. Let's see. Como- No puedo ir a abrir. Voy a abrirlo. Tutorial. Okay. So open the program and no problem. Okay. Okay. It's opening. Okay, well, try to. I'm going to give you just an example how you can work with this. And then you're going to work in groups, okay? Está bien. Okay. It's already open. Okay. How can you start doing this? Okay, you have the first things that you have your files in a file, yes? No me deja trabajar un rato. Vamos a probar un poquito. Ya. Que es muy grande. Okay. Okay. Here you have. Can you see the? Yes, no? You go here.
Yes, teacher.
You go first here. File.
Yes, professor.
Okay. Now you please go to file, open files. Okay. Then on your computer, you go to where is the, for example, I have here this corpus. Okay, I open. When I put some of your conversation. I changed the name because it was a little confusing. You can change the name, you can write the names or numbers, okay, because this is the source, okay. So if you say conversation, you won't know who is it, okay. So you can change like this, writing the name, so you can write numbers, okay. Okay, so I select all the words that I have. You are going to select all the conversation that you have downloaded, okay? You have to download all the, okay? And you say open, and you wait. Okay, don't worry about this. Okay, so you can start analyzing grammar, collocate, or word. And also you have a keyword. Let me try to this. Yeah. Here, for example, I want to find some words related, well, it's something that I can see it will be very common. Let's say, for example, people. Okay, I write a word here, people, and I choose word, okay? And let's see what it is. Okay. Okay. In these conversations, the word people appear this quantity, okay? And types just one. Well, that's why he selects, okay? The same word, people, collocate. Star and John. This word people, you can use with John, anyone, okay? That's it, okay? Also, you can choose the same with grammar, and you click the star, okay? And here you can find the words that now is related with, okay? The location, like the frequency, okay? And that way, okay? So you analyze and you read this where people appear in this. Okay, it's not always people, no? You have to choose function words or content words. For example, I choose a content word like people. Okay. And now, if I want to see the collocation, I click in the keyword. Okay. Here, for example, and appear the collocation. People who, no, people who believe, people who can afford, people who have tried, people who support him. Okay, in that way, we have the structures that using with people who. And where we can find this, John and Johnny's conversation 1 in Maria Jose's, and Johnny's also, people who. Okay, how you got it? So you're going to do this this work, and you're going to copy the word, the selection that you think that you can use to create some questions, okay? Some structures. Remember, you have to use function words, you have to talk about the content word, and all those things that we have seen in lexical, clauses, also. So the only thing that you want to see here is okay, according to the frequency, Okay. What is most useful? For example, you say John. John is more useful than anyone. Okay. And the word people. Okay. Collocate and grab. Okay. Here, people don't. Okay. People don't go, don't realize. Okay. So you can take any of these examples and you can have, at the end, you're going to have the corpus linguistic. Okay. In a Word document, you have to tell me which words you are going to use to evaluate, for example, function words or content words or clauses. Okay, so you have to create your own samples with the words that you can see that are more useful. Okay, can you get it? It's not difficult to use this. The only thing that you have to think is you have to think and analyze and put in practice. Okay, this gives you the tools, this gives you the words, the collocation, the frequency that we can find in the daily conversations, no? That you have recorded and you have copied. Okay. Any questions?
Teacher, we have, I know, I understand how to get all the information, but I don't get what we have to analyze is the word we choose, if they are lexical, if they are context or functional,
Yeah.
that we have to do?
Yes. For example, you say, tell me a functional word.
Which?
Okay. So I'm going to get collocate. I'm going to start looking which. Okay. It's collocate with importance and department. Okay. And the most frequent use of which, according to this conversation, is the importance. Okay. Here you have. Okay, and the word star. You always have to put a star. Okay, you only use one in 12 frequency, range 4. In grammar, you start which department, which I, which you, which I. Okay, this is the grammar. How they use it? Oh, the collocation. Okay, if you want to know how they use this word, you click and you have the examples. Okay, here the context, the left context, you have 3 more words here, and then you have the right context. And according to this is these conversations, so you can find which in this way. Okay, they use which department, the count has been changed. And you have to analyze if the sentence is okay, and you copy the sentence.
The sentence is okay.
So if the sentence is okay, and you copy the sentence, so you can have a foundation to your written test. Okay, have you got it?
Yes.
Professor, we are going to work in group.
Yes, in groups. I'm going to open the groups. And well,
Okay.
how you got it? It's not very hard. It's not the only you have to share the ideas and you can choose. Okay, but everybody should have their own corpus linguistic to work with to develop the placement test. Okay, because the placement
Teacher,
test.
how many words? Just one word?
No, let's say that you are going to prepare a placement test of 50 questions. So you need a lot of words, okay? More or less, 50, well, it's too much, 50. Because on Monday, we're going to work with this, on Monday. We're going to talk, we're going to review all the grammar that we have seen in this model. Okay, 25 questions. Okay, it's not too long, 25 questions. Okay, but you have to have a lot of words so you can use, you have to have a good corpus to have good questions. Okay, and remember that maybe you can direct this level test, no, placement test. You are going to do a placement test directed to medicine. You can choose medicine, engineering, accountancy. Okay, you have to direct these ideas through the different fields of knowledge. Okay, remember, because you are training to teach academic, no academic language. Okay. Yes.
Professor, so the information we get here in this app, we have to
Yes.
copy to document Word.
Yes, the
Only
sentence.
copy.
A copy and try to make questions. Okay,
With the words that we are
Yes.
going to
Yes.
choose.
Yes. Questions evaluating lexical function, clauses. Okay, and next class we're going to see something about nouns. Okay, something like that. So you are going to start working in this, and we're finishing on Monday. Maybe you can add. Remember, the corpus you can add to other corpus. No, but for example, a reading, small reading, you can add your words, your corpus to that reading to create an exercise, for example, a reading exercise or a writing exercise. Okay. Are you ready? Because in your placement test, you're gonna have grammar questions, reading questions, writing questions according to what you know. Okay, but we're going to emphasize in lexical and grammatical structure. Any question?
About this, Professor, it's not clear for me, what does it mean with left context and right context? Those words?
Yeah, it's how they use for example, John's document, how they use this structure, no? Which department. So he started with this, the left context, to understand this, the hit, and continue using the right context, okay, and until he finished the sentence, because you can see that there goes.
Now I get it.
Okay.
Like which department is right in the middle and the left context of those words on the, okay. Another thing, can you give us an example of the type of questions that we're going to, for example, using this, what you're showing us, which department? I mean, do we have to use these words to create?
Yeah, for example, here, you can, this is a subordinate clause or an independent clause. What do you think? You can evaluate, for example, to be, no? Evaluate the use of subordinate clauses. For example, which, no? You can put, for example, here, choose this, no, choose the right option. This is a subordinate clause. It's an adjective clause. It's an adverbial clause. Yeah, just I'm giving you an example. No? Are you get it?
Okay,
Yes.
so we can use the sentence to create a question of the placement
Yes.
test,
Yes.
like the whole sentence. For example, I want you to tell me in option A that, option B which, option C, like that,
Yes. Very good.
and they have to choose. So
Yeah.
that's, I mean, we can use it. Okay, so does it program tell us if the sentence is wrong? It's not well
Yes.
written, or I
Yes.
have
If
to-
it's wrong, if it's wrong, you have to correct. Okay.
I mean, I correct it, but the program
Yeah.
doesn't tell us if the sentence is correct or not.
No. No.
Okay.
No, because it's supposed to have been collected for that's why it's very interesting, the corpus methodology approach, because they're using not exactly the grammatical correct, no, but they use the people, how the people use the language. Okay. Okay, if you have doubts, with this, you can ask any question, but also I have another video that is related with the use of, here in the second one, you can open and you can watch. Here in this, on the PowerPoint, the second one, you can copy and open. And it's a very interesting video. Okay, so if you have some doubts or you want more information about how to analyze the linguistic corpus. Okay, but the main idea, yes, I gave. Okay, very good. So let's start working with the groups. Six groups. 6 groups. 4 groups, yes. And you are being allowed to enter. You choose. Okay. Now start choosing. Choose, please. You choose. Can you? Or no?
No, no.
Professor.
We need to create the rooms so we
Yeah.
can apply for a small
Now,
group.
now,
Yeah.
please.
Now, yes,
No.
yes.
Okay.
Now I can see it.
Okay. Any question? I will be here waiting for your questions.
How many in each group?
I can see the groups.
How many students in each group, Professor?
4.
Oh,
There you on your computer will appear a sign, small sign, Natalie.
yes, 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 thank you.
Okay.
Professor, we have a little doubt with my
Yes.
classmates. We have to prepare the questions now after analyzing, right, in the corpus?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the
mean,
doubt with my
Professor,
classmate.
Professor, we have our classmates' documents. So what we have to do is take those documents and do the corpus of them,
Yes,
and then
yes.
extract the results. And what Valeria is asking, do we have to create a placement test today or just analyze the corpus? of the document?
Analyzing and copying the examples. Okay, that we are
Okay.
going to use the questions. Tomorrow we're going to learn, we're going to review the structure about nouns and on Monday you're going to do the test.
Okay. So I want to know if I understood about this, the final project. For example, you told us that we can create a placement test about a specific field, for example, medicine, no? Or engineering. For that reason, we have to find documents, academic documents, like, I don't know, 5, 7, 10 documents and put them in this program. And then we'll have the grammar and the structure and everything about those documents, and then we can create a placement test. That's what we have to do for the final project.
Yes, you can add that information with the corpus that you had already done. Okay, that you have you're going to do. Okay, so you are going to use the examples that you have done because it's this daily conversation, and you are going to mix with the material that you're going to get from this specialized field. Okay.
Okay.
The
For
idea is that you
example,
can mix. Uh-huh.
Yeah, for example, I'm very interested in medicine, for example, because I'm a dentist, okay?
Yeah.
So the content of my placement test has to be only about grammar used in that field, or I can ask questions about dentistry using the grammar.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm
Yes.
trying to say?
Yes. That's the idea. Okay. That's that you can apply the grammar into the field.
Okay. Okay, Professor.
See?
That's clear now.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you. See you later. At night. Tell me, please. Try to use a group, please.
Yes, Professor, we're looking for some group. The room.
There isn't. Yes, tell me.
We can share in our group, teacher.
The screen.
Yes.
Okay. Now. Now can you?
Share screen. Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Okay.
So you are looking
Okay.
to my screen.
Okay. That's all, no? I'm going.
Yes, that's all. That's all. Thank you. Bye bye.
Just ask your questions.
Yes.
Professor, we
Yeah.
was wondering if we have to work on the documents of the whole class, or in other words, about the other partners.
With the all documents,
all-
all documents. You have to have
Okay.
here all the documents here. Okay, you
from the
have to
other-
download.
okay.
Okay, because the more you have, the more the more examples that you have to analyze. Okay? Because if you were just alone, it won't work. Okay.
Okay. Then we will have to work on the 25 students documents.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Yes,
can
do you have any questions?
there first select all the documents and then you open. Select with shift. Yeah, select. And you can change here by name, huh? Because it's better.
Okay.
They are not unloading. You have to select all the documents together and then you can upload. Change it's not, no, it's not good. Change this, the model, here, change, not picture, es lista, póngale aquí donde está el cursor, acá arriba donde está el mío, ¿ven? ¿Ven la pantalla? El cursor, eso, ahí cámbiale a lista, eso. Ustedes tienen que subir todos los trabajos. ¿Dónde está su archivo del curso? No está pues todo. Entonces, ¿qué les dije ayer? Les dije que tienen que irse a la plataforma y bajar uno por uno. Aquí hace una carpetita. ¿Ya? Una carpetita. A ver, hágase una carpetita. ¿Sabe cómo hacerlo? Una nueva carpeta, póngale. Y póngale corpus. Deje de trabajar aquí. Váyase a la plataforma. Y baje todos los archivos en una carpeta ahí en su computadora. ¿Ya? Y después me va a mostrar antes de empezar a trabajar aquí. ¿Listo? Me voy a otro grupo.
Ok, entonces.
Yes, tell me.
Professor, we have the verb study, and we don't know how, what they're going to do next. We have a collocation.
Okay.
Can you help us, please?
The frequency, which one is the most used?
Is you?
You.
Mhm.
Okay. The words. Okay. So you had some example you. Now you have to copy this example into a Word document.
Okay,
Okay.
this is in a Word document.
This is? Okay.
Yes, this one is in a
Okay.
Word document.
Okay. Now you have to analyze these sentences. Okay. In what way you can evaluate any of the structure that we have already learned, practicing this model. Okay. For example, the first one, okay, so you can see.
Study.
You study after graduation from school? I heard, Mom, that you want to study physiotherapy, don't you?
Okay. You study physiotherapy. Okay. Now, you is a pronoun, no? Is a function word, yes, a pronoun. So you can, for example, you can say you. Yeah. Okay. But you have to evaluate this if your students know this. Okay. How can you evaluate this? How can you show your student that you is a function word? Maybe you can put some option here, for example.
Can we use
Is a
multiple choice?
yeah, multiple choice. Okay.
Oh, okay. We have to say, is you a functional or a content word?
Content words. So that's it.
Okay.
Maybe the structure you can analyze. Maybe it's some clauses, no, or non-modifiers also. So you can use that the example, these examples to you have to review, no, the things that we had already seen, all the things, and then you can apply in this sentence. Okay.
So we are going to do it for 25 words, just one question for 25 different words. One study, another work, another, and just one question for each one.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
That's it. So that's all.
Yes, teacher, that's all.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you.
See you soon. Oh, hello. Okay. So, do you have any problems?
No, we are changing the names of the documents.
Ah, okay. Very good. So, you have any problems, you can ask. Okay.
Okay.
You're doing very well. Tienen que fijarse aquí, ¿no? El rango, la frecuencia. Esto les indica, por ejemplo, este objeto es la palabra más usada, ¿no? No, aquí tiene que poner grammar y luego pone aquí star, aquí abajo. Star. Y ahí le da la expresión very much. ¿No? Ahora si ya quiere ver cómo se utiliza, en qué contexto, haga un clic aquí en very much. Ya. Entonces en este contexto se utiliza esta palabra. Entonces si a ustedes les parece una buena oración y digamos si tiene aquí el rango de mayoría de uso, tienen que ver eso, ¿no? Y si digamos se usa mucho, entonces pueden utilizar esta expresión para tenerla como su base para hacer alguna pregunta. Entonces ustedes copian esto, digamos, en un documento Word y ya pueden utilizar eso. Viendo toda la oración, ¿qué es lo que pueden preguntar? Si pueden preguntar si es subordinada, si es una cláusula subordinada, es adjetiva, adverbial, no sé. O también pueden preguntar si very es un léxico, o una funcional o una de contenido, ¿no? Functional, content. También, bueno, de todo lo que hemos visto, ¿no? Si es un modificador de nombre también, ¿no? ¿Se acuerdan? Tienen que revisar sus cuadros que han hecho. Si es un modificador de nombre, ¿no? Entonces ustedes si idean una pregunta, puede ser opción múltiple, de relleno, entonces no sé. La idea es que ustedes tengan esta oración o las oraciones que ustedes crean, digamos que tienen mayor frecuencia, la utilicen para, y si está mal, digamos, está mal usada esa palabra, digamos, o bueno, aunque aquí en el corpus se analiza más cómo se usa, ¿no? No tanto lo correcto gramaticalmente. Pero como nosotros somos profesores, entonces tenemos que, digamos, corregir o enseñar o para que sepan por lo menos, ¿no? Pero están yendo bien, entonces digamos así. Entonces tienen que ver la frecuencia, las collocations, cómo pueden evaluar, porque es muy importante, digamos, cómo se utiliza. Por ejemplo, thank you very much. Thank you many, por ejemplo, no pueden decir thank you many. O thank you. Bueno, no, es una idea, digamos, algo así. Entonces ustedes van a ir viendo, ¿no? Bueno, hacer la pregunta, ¿no? Para su examen. ¿Ayudar?
Okay.
Alén que no.
Las ve-
Ajá. Ana Rocía no marcó su asistencia, ¿usted no?
Sí, no marqué, dice, entré a las 7 y
Ah, ya.
intenté hacerlo y ya no está.
Tienen que abrir la plataforma a las 6:30. Ya, 6:30, 7 está programado.
Ah,
Miss, profesor.
quería
Ahí
escuchar hasta las 7:30.
Yo el martes igual me olvidé marcar asistencia, pero sí vine a clase la primera semana.
Alicia Morales, ¿no?
Sí,
Ya,
recién me fijé que el mío estaba como que no hubiera venido, pero sí estuve en clase.
ya. Ok. A ver, entonces, si no tiene más preguntas, no, see you later.
Profesor, en la asistencia de ayer igual me sale como si no lo hubiera marcado, pero yo recuerdo que la marqué. La de
Ya,
ayer y la de hoy.
ya es energía. Ahorita reviso, ¿ya?
Profesor, eh, entonces estas 25 preguntas van a ser parte del test ese
Sí,
o
sí.
ah,
Ya, recuerden, ustedes saben lo que es un placement test, ¿no es? Un examen o sea, que digamos, por ejemplo, supongando que ustedes van a enseñar a estudiantes de la carrera de medicina. Entonces ustedes quieren saber qué nivel tienen sus alumnos. Entonces ustedes tienen que aplicar ese examen de nivel, placement test. Entonces ustedes ahí evalúan si manejan gramática, si manejan vocabulario, ¿no? Si saben leer, o sea, entienden lecturas en inglés, ¿no? Entonces, todo eso se evalúa. Entonces, pero para hacer eso ustedes tienen que tener una base, ¿no? O sea, tienen que tener un contenido, digamos, ¿no? En este caso va a ser estas oraciones, ¿no? Entonces, en base a esto, claro, también no solo sirve para hacer un examen, les puede servir para incluso hacer ejercicios, ¿no? Incluso los que hacen libros, hacen este estudio y ven cuáles son las expresiones más frecuentes, ¿no? Que se usan. Y entonces esas las utilizan en sus libros, en base a esto, ¿no? Este corpus, ¿no? Los diccionarios también se hacen en base a esto, al análisis, ¿no? De las palabras. Ok, entonces Génesis,
entonces,
sí,
entonces las palabras más frecuentes en las que tenemos que captar para hacer nuestras preguntas.
sí, exacto. Entonces ustedes recuerden qué es lo que hemos visto en el módulo, ¿no? ¿Qué estructuras gramaticales hemos revisado? Entonces todo eso traten de ver si está aplicado ahí y digamos, si ven que la oración está incorrecta, ¿cómo la mejorarían, no? Ya. I got it. Ah, ¿te va? No te va. Ya. Yes, tell me.
Professor, good evening.
Good
Okay,
evening.
we want to show you what we're doing. This is the way
Yeah.
we're working. Okay, this is the analysis of the 21 conversations that we have in the file. So we have selected 10 lexical words,
Yeah.
2 each, and 10 function words, again, 2 each student. And we are doing the analysis under, I was not sharing. Can you see my screen? And we're
Yeah.
doing the analysis under these criteria. For example, occurrence, how many times does this word appear in the conversations? 100. The collocations that are being used with this word, and
Yeah.
the keywords in context, what we have in the program, the KWIC, that we don't know what it stands for, but we believe that it's these keywords in context.
Keywords in a context. That's right. Very good.
And then we have the words, some examples. Is this okay what we're working on?
Yeah, excelente. Muy bien. Very good. Terrific. Outstanding.
Okay, that was our doubt. Thank you, Professor. So we're going to continue.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very sad. Okay. Hello, hello.
Sí, Lisa, tenemos una preguntita.
Sí, sí.
Entre las 25 palabras que tenemos que buscar, ¿tenemos que separar las lexical words y las function aparte?
Sí. O sea,
Perfecto.
digamos, ustedes han buscado alguna palabra, tienen que ver la frecuencia, ¿ya? Entonces,
Ya.
si la frecuencia del uso, por ejemplo, de, digamos, de una conjunción, digamos, ¿no? Digamos, han buscado with, digamos. Entonces, tienen que ver con cuántas frecuencias se utiliza y luego ver en qué contexto. Entonces, copian esa, digamos. Luego, buscan una palabra de contenido, por ejemplo, un verbo puede ser, ¿no? O un nombre, ¿no? Y ahí, digamos, ustedes ya buscan la palabra, la encuentran y ven también la frecuencia, como cuánto se usa y luego el contexto. Y luego también no se limiten solo a las palabras, sino también a las estructuras, ¿no? Pueden buscar si son cláusulas, si son modificadores de nombre, todo eso que hemos visto, ¿no? Entonces, van así, haciendo sus oraciones. Copian esa oración y ya después ahí ustedes ya van a ver. Lo primero que tienen que hacer es copiar. Y luego ya van a hacer las preguntas. ¿Ya?
Ya lo hice, está bien. Gracias.
Ya.
You have to separate.
Más o menos estamos bien. Falta nuestra oración.
Sí, está bien.
Ujú.
Sí, está yendo bien. Está yendo bien.
Ya, gracias, Alicia.
Very good. Very well. Pronto. Okay. ¿Cómo le fue? Can you
Good,
finish?
Professor.
Finish?
Yes.
Yes,
we finished.
professor.
Can you
Yes.
upload?
Yes, we did.
No, teacher. Not yet.
And,
Not the 25, but we can upload what we have right now.
okay. There is a task I'm going to show you. What is This is the task in group TG3. Okay. And there you can upload your exercises.
Tomorrow we could send more examples or just what we do today.
You can send more examples. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. Okay. I was thinking that you can Just an example of how you can organize your placement test. For example, you can ask 7 grammar questions, 7 vocabulary questions, 7 questions about sentence composition, 2 reading comprehension, and 2 listening comprehension. It will be ordered like this. For example, if you think that maybe you need more grammar questions, maybe you can write 10 grammar questions, okay? 1 listening exercise, it's up to you, okay? But the idea is that you can put in practice all the knowledge that you got in the knowledge, in the module, and also the corpus, the thing that you had already done, okay? I think that you had enough material. Maybe you want, I was thinking that could be, as a placement test, could be 50 questions. But if you think it's too long, maybe we can do 25, okay? It's just for you to practice. And besides that, the example will be useful maybe in the future for you, okay? Have you got it? Do you have any question about this?
Professor?
Yes.
Can you give me an example of the reading question? Do we have to extract like a piece of the reading or the material that we have used in the corpus? For example, as I asked you before, if I'm doing about medicine, I have to extract like a piece of or a paragraph and ask the question about that?
Yeah, you can
because
ask.
it's a reading. No, we have to ask the students to read a piece of a paragraph and then ask some questions about that.
Yeah, but also there are some other strategies that you can use. For example, to fill a chart, to fill the chart. One could be one. Other could be like scanning, skimming. Do you know something about that? To put in practice like you can mix, no? For example, an example of scanning, okay, or skimming, or making prediction. All of those things we can use to do this reading exercise. Okay, and yes, because you are going to learn more next module about reading comprehension. But I think that during the university, during the college, you have learned some reading strategies. Okay, not always answering yes question. Yes, that is a strategy. But as I told you before, you can use filling a chart, scanning, skimming, transferring information, making prediction. Okay, there are a lot of techniques to evaluate, to work with reading comprehension. Okay, in the same is with listening comprehension. Maybe you can, there is a book with ESP, Hackinson and Waters, ESP development. I have here, I'm going to put it on a platform so you can read the examples, how they work. And you're going to use this book also next this module, okay? I had a book here in the platform I'm going to put, so you can have some ideas. There is another book about English for specific purposes, with and the author is Kennedy. Kenny, I don't remember her name. His name, sorry. But it's a good one also. Okay. So it's related with English for academic purposes because it's talking about English for specific purposes. Okay, so there you can get some ideas how to word these two. The other, we were talking about putting in practice all the things that you have learned here in the module. And tomorrow, for example, we're going to talk about another structure. It's talking about noun phrase. Okay, so we're going to complete talking about this lexical and grammatical. Talking about noun phrase. Okay, what is a noun phrase? How does it work? So things like that. Okay, and also you can use it to form some question to apply in the placement test, on the placement test. Okay, so don't worry if you don't know anything. As I told you, you can analyze those books and you can have some ideas from there. Okay. If you want, we can, well, I'm going up now right now, we can analyze. Okay, wait a minute, yes. I'm going to look for it. A couple of minutes. I have something over there. Hackinson and Water were the first two authors who wrote about English for specific purposes. And they developed a theory of how to work with this, how to work with English for a specific purpose. Ay, no. Sí, está bien por acá. Fíjate. Ay, qué padre. Okay. Ya, está aquí. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, please. Yeah, okay. Wait a minute, so we can do it. Wait. I'm waiting to upload. No puede ser. Wait a minute, please. Okay, that's okay. Okay, this is the book, English for Specific Purposes, a learning-centered approach. Okay. Here you have this Tom Hutchinson and Alan Waters, the author. You can find this book in the SAC, I think. Self Center in the Career. You can find this book. Explicando lo que es este. Interesante. Bueno, aquí hay un ejemplo, bueno, es un poco ya más enfocado al área de problem solving. Can you see the? This is
Yes, yes,
okay.
yes, Professor.
There you some samples de la instrucción. Hay opción, buena pregunta, ¿no? Por ejemplo, aquí está usando el predicting. Este ejercicio es para predecir, digamos, o sea, para que... Después, bueno, sí, bueno, estos son algunos ejemplos, ¿no? Hay otro libro que es más enfatizado, ¿no? Se llama... Pero es de Reading Strategy, se llama. Entonces ahí ustedes pueden ir encontrando. Esto, por ejemplo, también, cuando ustedes quieren hacer un análisis de las necesidades, también es que ustedes pueden encontrar eso. ¿No? Entonces, habíamos visto, ¿no? De que cuando se hace el académico también se necesita hacer un análisis de necesidades, ¿no? Estos son los approaches. Siempre basándonos en las habilidades del estudiante. Ya, entonces, te lo voy a subir. No he querido subir ahorita. A ver. Te los voy a buscar los otros dos libros también que les va a servir para el próximo módulo, ¿no? Entonces, planificando un curso. Por aquí, digo, un ejercicio bonito. Materia de a ver. Standard. Ya. Aquí, por ejemplo, con esta caricatura, ellos empiezan a hacer, ¿no? Una manera de mostrar un texto. Por ejemplo, esto es para medicina, no para... Bueno, en realidad es para ingeniería. Entonces hay un texto y ellos han hecho una pequeña caricatura para demostrar, digamos, el funcionamiento de cómo funcionan los sistemas, ¿no? Por ejemplo, en este caso el sistema circulatorio. Y en base a eso, ellos hacen otro ejercicio. Por ejemplo, aquí hay uno, ¿no? Connect the two halves of the sentence to make true statements. En base a lo leído, ¿no? Hacen un tipo de ejercicio. Después, otro, y así va haciendo. Y todos son ejercicios de lectura, ¿no? Copy this diagram of the heart and blood system. Entonces, y ahí les da los números. Ese puede ser otro. Listening tags. Hay un ejemplo. Bueno, es toda una lección planificada, ¿no? con diferentes ejercicios de lectura, escritura, gramática. Pero, digamos, la forma de hacer el ejercicio es lo que sirve, digamos. Un ejemplo de cómo podemos desarrollar el ejercicio. ¿Ok? Eso es bueno, eso sirve también para avanzar, pero también para evaluar, para hacer ejercicios de evaluación también. ¿No? Porque, por ejemplo, es bien sencillo, bien. Y aquí ustedes también pueden trabajar, ¿no? Lo que hemos visto, los notas, los léxicos, ¿no? La gramática, todo aquello. Entonces, siempre tienen que pensar en eso, ¿no? Cuando desarrollen el ejercicio, tratar de poner en práctica lo que hemos visto. Bien. Y también ver qué es lo que vimos al principio, lo que es el inglés con propósitos académicos y todo aquello, qué consiste, cómo se debe, o sea, porque todo tiene que tener una metodología, ¿no? La metodología ya la hemos visto, y el desarrollo de los ejercicios de igual manera, ¿no? Entonces, los ejercicios que desarrollen, digamos, les puede servir para hacer un examen o también puede servir para hacer, digamos, lo que se llama el material design, ¿no? Se hace, digamos, ejercicios, el material que uno va desarrollando. Porque si, digamos, uno trabaja en la parte de English for academic purposes, siempre, always you have to develop some material. It's the same with ESP, because the courses don't fulfill the needs that you have to face when you teach this kind of English. Okay? Entonces, I'm going to upload the book. I will try to get the other two so you can have some ideas. Okay?
Professor, I have a question about the corpus that we have to do, from where we are going to look the documents, from academic documents, I don't know, listening, readings, to do the activity, the questions.
Yes, in this book that I show you, this is one. There is another one from Kennedy, and the other is developing reading strategies. And I will try to get all from online because I have some in physics, but I will try to get online too. I'm going to upload in the platform, on the platform, okay? And also, you go to the career there in the Cell Access Center. There you can find some methodological books. But I think there are a little old, but as an example, because all the new information has the base from those books, no? But I will try to get, as I told you before, okay? I don't know if you have any other questions?
Professor, I think,
Sí, Andrea.
I think what Valeria meant, and when she asked you that question is, I will give you my example again. For example, I want to prepare a test on the medicine field. So where do I have to get that information to prepare my test, to find the question? Do I have to go to academic documents related to medicine, to dentistry, to, I don't know, physiotherapy or anything? Where do I get that information?
Yeah. You have to get information to those fields in magazines, on magazines, newspapers, okay? Tracks also. For example, the dentist, for a new instrument, they have some tracks, okay? The persons, the people who who sell the instrument gave to him, to them, no? To the dentist. So that is a real material that you can get information, the words, the structures. Okay, you can get magazines in English, it's better in English. Okay? Magazine, newspapers. Now it's easy on the internet. Maybe you can write some scientific dentists, magazines for dentists, for example, for medicine. Okay, so you can have a source of material, source of idea, vocabulary, something like that.
For example, in my case, I want to teach English to dentists or doctors. So
Yeah.
the English I'm going to use is very specific, the vocabulary and grammar and everything. Another question, we have listening questions. So where do we get the audios for that? From conversations, a script of conversations?
Yeah.
Because we have to include the audio on the test. So the students, the hypothetical students can listen and answer the question.
Yes.
Professor?
Yes.
Sorry. There are many books that point to teach English with specific purposes. I have found a web page in which you can find those books, English for academic purposes, English for medicine, English for nursing, English for electricians, English for pilots, English for cabin crew. So, and those books have listening activities and also have readings to work with.
Wow.
So I'm going to try to copy and paste the link in the WhatsApp group, so you can choose an area, or you can copy and paste the articles in order to have a background words to work with in the program.
Oh, thank you, Daniel. That's the idea. Okay, on the internet you can get whatever you need. Okay. That's it. You only have to look for.
Yes. Yeah. There are material, a lot of material to download now.
That's it.
Yeah, we are asking because I think it would be a good idea to start looking for that information, because it's a lot to consider.
Yeah.
This is for Monday, right?
Yeah.
So do we have to prepare that for Monday, or are we doing that in the 4 hours that we have? Or we have to bring them ready? The test?
Yeah. You're going to work on Monday. You only have to have the material, your corpus linguistic. Okay? And then you're going to start working, because that's the idea of that will be the goal of that day, okay? That you can prepare the placement test in that day, okay? And also, do you know how to work Google Documents?
Yeah.
Yes. You're going to.
Yes, Professor.
Okay, the placement test on Google Documents. Okay.
Form? Google Form?
Yes, Google Form.
Oh, yes, better.
Okay. Thank you, class. See you tomorrow at 7. Okay.
Thank you, Professor. Bye-bye.
Have a good night. See you
Good
tomorrow.
night.
Bye,
Good night.
Thank you, Professor.